Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2. This is episode number 30 in the series. We are clearly going and revisiting Halloween Town / Santa Claus, as Jack calls him. Once again, this episode is going to have a few areas here that are kind of split, kind of hard cuts and things like that. I have been switching up the audio too, which hopefully makes for a better experience for you guys. I know some people out there say they really like to hear the game audio. Some people say, hey, I'd rather hear your voice feedback on it. So I think I found a good mix between like the last couple episodes that I've been publishing, where like you could hear the game very clearly, but you can also hear my voice just a little bit on top of the game, which I think is probably the aspect we want to take, especially being at this point in the game. Really what I'm diving into is like the bigger elements, right? Like I'm shying away from a lot of Heartless battles and stuff like that because I want to keep grindiness to just myself doing work, but we'll see how that goes moving forward. You know, that's just how I want to take it. This week especially has been really difficult to get videos out there because I did not record as much as I wanted to on Sunday, and by that I mean I legitimately did like almost nothing because Saturday night I went out with some friends, had a good time, and was so tired Sunday morning that I woke up at like 11 a.m., which is a rarity for myself, and then by the time I got chores and things like that done, it just was not looking good for the videos, and I spent the majority of the day on the couch sleeping and chilling out when I wasn't walking the dog. So we're getting caught up throughout the week here, which is kind of tough for me because I need to do like record tomorrow's episode and then voice record tonight's episode after running, going to the gym, going to do work, all that good stuff. So it's been a bit exhausting, but we're making it through, folks. That's what it's all about, and it's gonna get even more chaotic here. For those who have been a fan of the series is, I don't even know how to say it, a fan of the channel for a long time, you'll know that I have season tickets to an NFL team, without disclosing too much there. And yeah, so that means, you know, during football season I'm pretty hit or miss with what we can actually do, which makes things a little bit more stressful for myself, but I don't think it'll be too bad. I think we'll have a good amount of time to get stuff done. But there we can see we unlocked high jump, which is going to be pretty good. Dodge roll is something I would like to unlock in the near future, so we're going to be moving towards that. Probably not by next episode, but maybe the following one will have it. But here we can see somebody's stealing all the presents. Jack's trying to return them to be a good guy. It kind of seems like Jack is intentionally doing it. But I guess we'll see as the story progresses. Like I said, it kind of seems like Jack is intentionally doing it so that he could be Santa Claus. But, you know, according to Jack, he's given all of that up. So we'll see how that goes. And puppy dog, hey. Sorry, I had to yell at the dog here. No doing that. She's trying to dig up carpet, which is not a good thing for her to do. Yeah, just some of the carpet I have around my house is like really cheap carpet that like you could easily tear up, so she's going after until we get our own place here shortly, which may also cause disruptions. You know, up until this point I've been living in an apartment, but I do think we're going to be moving out into our own little house here, me and the puppy, and we'll be getting another puppy when we do that. But that may cause a little bit of disruption in the videos. You know, I don't want to cause too much disruption, but I always like to be realistic with myself, at least as much as I can be. I'm gonna try and go after this charm here, although I don't think we can get it. I still think we need glide, which kind of stinks because we're not gonna get that until like way later in the game. But the reason it stinks is because like there's so many cool things you can unlock, but if you've watched any of my Let's Plays, you know that like post-game stuff isn't my forte. No, not what I tend to do. So for that element alone, it kind of takes away a little bit from like the Let's Plays, because it's like you know, a lot of people like to see some of the post-game stuff. I know especially this game has like a large post-game, but I mean, we're already on episode 30. Like, there's not a lot of, you know, if there was wiggle room, it would have been earlier in the series as opposed to later to do like some grindy stuff, but I mean, I would put it this way. The Kingdom Hearts 1 Let's Play is significantly shorter, and we spend at least 2 episodes per world, with the final world being like 3, which I think will likely, we're going to spend a lot of time in the final world on this episode, or on this Let's Play as well, but we are kind of close to there, but still sort of not really. We have a lot to do before we actually get there. And here you could watch me completely butcher a fight because I just think, well, I have to take down their health. But that's because I'm not reading directions. We actually have to knock these boxes to cover these guys. And if we accidentally hit the boxes, it re-releases them. And everything's sort of timer sensitive. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but honestly, it's not. It's probably as hard of a challenge as they were in KH1, if I'm going to compare it to anything. But here we go. I got these 2 guys knocked out. Now I have to go over, find one of these boxes. I just keep hitting them because I don't understand the concept. But I have to go over and get one of these boxes here. And use my triangle commands to trap them in the box. That's what I actually have to do, so. If anything's holding up this episode, it is that fact that I just did not understand how this worked. That's it. There wasn't anything too serious going on. It's just I didn't understand how the game itself worked. You can see if they're not fully knocked out, they will knock themselves out of the box, which is what this guy is doing, but I don't want it to be on him. I want it to be on the girl in the corner. There we go. But did she actually come out of it prior to us doing that? It's a very realistic possibility that she did, because it took us a good chunk of time just to get the box fucking over there and do anything with it. And I think somebody accidentally hits the box and releases her at some point, but I'm not sure. I can't confirm that. Okay, no, it was him snapping right back out of it. I was gonna say, I knew for some reason one of them got out of the box. But this whole box mechanism, it's not hard, but it's also like pretty annoying to deal with. Just because it is an extra like added element. I think like this takes us the same length of time that the final boss battle does. Just out of how stupid it is. Because, I mean, the box aiming to where it goes can be pretty challenging. And by the time that they wake up, it gets to be pretty annoying. So let's use that one to cover him. Being as this guy's likely going to wake up again here relatively shortly. Let's get him out of here. There we go, he's done. Let's get a box and get it over to him. Is this the box over here? This looks like the box. Come on. Let's get it over there before he wakes up and starts doing his bullshit. There we go. We got all of them in boxes. We beat that fight. We got an item slot out of it, which at the end of the day isn't the end of the world, but it's not particularly useful, and if there is some background noise, I apologize for that. The dog has switched from ripping up the carpet to chewing on a massive bone that I got her earlier this week, and I'll take the bone over destruction of property any day of the week, so. But here we go, we confront them, and they're like, presents are good to us, we weren't stealing them, what are you even talking about? There's nothing fun here, let's go back to Halloween Town. I thought their characters were better used in KH1, if I'm gonna be honest. I like them as Oogie's sidekicks. I even like them better on our first visit here. But I think at this point in time, it's just sort of meh. You know, they're here to be here. It's alright. I don't hate them. I don't love them. They are whatever characters. But here we go. We got to go back to Halloween Town. We have the culprits, the Heartless. Let's go chase him down. I'm gonna save here, but I'm gonna cut out a lot of like these in between where I fight Heartless stuff, just because it's all over the place. But here we go. We're actually in Halloween Town now in the order. There's a big Heartless battle that we have to partake in. You're gonna see like the introduction to that, but then it's gonna follow up with the end of that battle. Because like I said, I want to cut out like a lot of these Heartless sections and things like that, at least until we get to the end world. Because right now they're pretty status quo. Outside of me using forms and things like that, they're what you would expect them to be. So there we go. We captured all the presents except for one. One looks like it was brutally destroyed. We actually do end up having to capture 4 presents in that little cutaway, but that whole cutaway added an additional 4 minutes to the video, which doesn't seem like a lot to you guys, but doing the voice recording, it's a lot. I can share that. But here we go. We got the doctor coming down, and he just like magically, he's like, someone help me. My last experiment is gone. It's been stolen. And there actually wasn't a cut there, but it looks like there was. But there we go. We get the present. He somehow makes... Oh, no. We go up the stairs to him. Okay. Makes more sense. I'm not going to criticize you, game. I was going to. Everything in my mind wanted me to do so, but I didn't. And I really am. I'm going to try and stick on to the last minute of this Let's Play because some shit happens at the end here that is big plot stuff. But here we go. Jack's got an idea. The thief likes Christmas presents. We have to make ourselves as irresistible as a Christmas present. So that way he tries to steal us, apparently. And we'll scare confession out of him. Okay. I think I'm a big fan of like the First 48 and like shows like that where like police investigate people. And I can tell you, scaring a confession out of somebody is not as effective as you may believe it is. But apparently we all think it is. So we're just rolling along with it. Because why the hell not? Why wouldn't we? Right? Why wouldn't we just roll with it? Just in this one case, we can make our own presents. I'm going to show you like the first couple seconds of this mini game, but I'm not going to go above and beyond that, just because there's no real reason to see it. I keep thinking we need to make the presents downstairs, but eventually I decide to go upstairs. Yeah, you can see I'm like guessing myself. I'm like, wait, that's just the gift wrapping area. Don't we make the presents here, where like Oogie Boogie was like trying to take over the town? Wouldn't that make more sense? What are you doing? Dog's doing some weird stuff right now, I gotta say. She's walking around on her hind legs. This is very interesting to witness. I wish I had a video going in the room, because there is some interesting stuff going on here. But hopefully she doesn't move. Oh, fuck, she moved. I was going to take a picture of her. She's up on the couch now. Damn it. But that was like the first minute, or the first couple seconds of the minigame. You shoot the bad guys, you let the boxes come to you. The more boxes you have, the more presents you have to lay out. What benefit does it have? If you have more boxes versus... Like if you have 2 boxes versus 30? I have no idea. I don't think any. Maybe it makes the boss have more health bars or something. I don't know. It seems really dumb. But because it seems like a boss fight is right around the corner, I went there and I saved. And I say, yes, I'm all set. Let's go, Santa. Let's take down the big baddie. Because clearly it looks like that is what we are doing right now. So let us progress down that path. And because we are progressing down that path, you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. It means time for soda pop, because of course it does. Jack was going to ask, because he's doing this good deed, can he be Santa? Which obviously Santa would have said no to, so let's get him the hell out of there. And then we're here. Stop kicking. It's not me, Donald. Patience, friends. Shh. Okay, so there's the presents. Which one are we in? Oh, the big fucking obvious one. That seems, yeah, on par for Disney characters coming up with a plan and it magically working. That seems like it would actually be in a Disney movie. I'll give them that. But here we go. Here comes the monstrosity. It's stealing Christmas presents. Of course it is. And then it sees our present and it's like, oh, hot diggity dog. There is a present. And it is mighty big. Let's go and take that one. So it goes. It comes to suck us up, which I'm not even sure how this would work. But we're like, we caught you. We're like, oh, the Abomination. Which I actually think is actually the name of it. The Abomination, I think, is the name of this Heartless. Let's see what it calls it here. It doesn't call it anything. It doesn't give us an objective. But I gotta say, regardless of how intimidating those health bars actually are, and how much it looks like it's puzzling me here at the beginning, this is one of the easier bosses we actually end up fighting, in my opinion. Like, I did not struggle with this guy at all. Because it seems like a lot of his commands, like, once you recognize them, you can see right here, I'm getting the piss beat out of me. Let's be honest. Right now, I'm not doing so hot with it. But once I realize, like, what it's doing, it's really not that bad. Like, it's not hard to recognize once I'm able to pick up on, like, its flow, if that makes sense. Like, what it does around the field, what are its weaknesses, which, like every other cage boss we've had in Kingdom Hearts 2, the weaknesses are pound the attack button as much as you can. We're going to use Wisdom Form here to hit it from the side. This probably isn't going to get us much damage, but I'm looking at leveling up Wisdom Form, so anytime we could use it, and it's going to give us some sort of benefit, I'm going to try and do that. But here we go. Use the triangle command, knock it out of there, hit it a few times, and we're just going to continue to smack away. But anytime it goes into this spinny thing, use your triangle command, you throw it into another piece, and then just hit it. I keep going for the triangle command right now because I didn't understand what was going on, but I'm telling you, once you let that sucker go, just pound away at it. There is no reason not to. It will only benefit you. And you can pretty much just ignore the body pieces that it lays out on the field, because, I mean, they do damage, but the damage I'm taking versus the damage being dealt is not an even distribution at all. We are already a couple health bars into this guy. He stands no chance at this point. Especially because now I have another drive form available to myself, which I'm likely going to use in the fight, because why wouldn't I? Yeah, it's not going to be anything breathtaking. And we threw him right into the thing that was actually causing the big old lasers to come out of it, which was the only part that was doing deadly damage to us at all, so we might as well just continue smacking away here. I'm pretty sure I use another drive, like the master drive or something, just to hurry it up. I could be wrong, though. Maybe I just pound my way through the battle. Kind of seems like something I would do right now because I'm low on magic points. There we go, yep. I kind of thought so. Yeah, it's a good way to deal massive amounts of damage here at the end. And there we go. He's all out. We have defeated the boss of Halloween Town. The final boss of Halloween Town. Wasn't that hard. Really didn't put up much of a struggle there, but like I said, I am just playing on the average difficulty, just having a good time playing through it. So if you struggled with it, I completely understand. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff is greatly motivational for myself in continuing to make videos just like this now and in the near future. Plus, it's all free to you, and I promise, I give my average Joe guarantee that if you leave a comment on a video, I will comment back on it in like 1 to 2 business days is typically my response time. Over the weekend I can be hit or miss, but during the week I tend to get back on stuff. Unless it's like purely spammy, then of course I'll still leave it a like or something like that. But you know, I'm not gonna acknowledge just like a random numbers and letters being placed onto a text field, but I still appreciate it, so I'll give it a thumbs up. Why not? Why not? Why won't we do that sort of thing? But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for this world. Like I said, I am gonna stick around here for like the last 4 minutes of this episode, which I rarely do. We get the Decisive Pumpkin Keyblade, which is actually pretty good. It actually outclasses any Keyblade that we have equipped right now. So we are going to be using that moving forward. As soon as you see the next video, you should be able to see the Decisive Pumpkin coming out there. Hi, puppy girl. You look concerned. Are you good? Okay, she says she's good. But there we go. We tell him, like, everything that was going on. We tell the professor here, who somehow looks like he's going to stroll up a flight of stairs without assistance, even though he's in a wheelchair. I've had enough friends over the years in that situation that I know that that's not fucking possible. But then Sally comes over, she thanks us. You know, she's just doing her due diligence. Of course, we got a squeaker going. The one time I plan to hang out until the end of an episode, because it's actually important. Jack comes down. Santa dropped him off. Happy Halloween. Thank you, Santa. Just what we needed. And we're like, Jack, it's not about any of that stuff. It's the act of giving the gift, coming from somebody's heart to make somebody else happy. Oh boy. Oh boy. We have some real heart-to-heart moments. Is that what we're getting at, Kingdom Hearts? Is that what you're going for? I gotta be honest, I'm a little bit older and a little bit more mature to like these elements. But in general, I do think they're pretty good. Like for like the general human, I think they're good. And growing up as a kid, I took a lot from the series, so you know, there is some value there. As much as I'm ripping on it here, it could teach a young lad right from wrong, right? And then I believe these two start their dancing. We're like, oh, look at these guys. Everybody hide your eyes. It's like, you don't even have to ask for that, Sally. Oh, look at them. They're lovers. They start dancing. Do-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Sora starts having some thoughts about Kairi. That's what made it hard to decide. I agree with you, Sora. As a man who's had many girlfriends over the years, I agree. What else does she need? Well, Goofy, I hate to tell you, a lot of things, turns out. But here we go. We get a brief moment where Sora has a hallucination of him and Kairi. Maybe not a hallucination, but just his hopes. Unfortunately for him, he's still dreaming about the very young girl Kairi, not the teenage version of Kairi. Very creeper of you, Sora. Alarm bells. Where is Chris Hansen? Get him involved. Somebody come and help. No. But there we go. That is the end of Halloween Town. And then we cut over here. We complete the world, which means I get an accomplishment on my Xbox. Thanks, Xbox. You're cool. I'm going to be going to that world next episode. Not this one, because this one looks like a whole world of shit. That is right. That is, that's going to be where all the nobodies reside. So we'll visit that relatively shortly. But I hope you liked this episode, and I hope, of course, Twilight Town is duplicated too. There's some weird shit going on, which obviously connects to the beginning of the series. But we'll see y'all here on the next one. Everybody have a snazzy week, and peace out, Girl Scout, as always. Woo!